How about this? How would you like a diamond?
The diamond engagement ring. How else could 2 months' salary last forever? A diamond is forever. De Beers.
Well, it might be a good time to get a diamond because one of the world's best-known diamond companies is slashing its prices. De Beers has made one of the steepest cuts to its diamond prices in years, slashing by about 10% across the board at its first sale this year. Now, the world's top producer has been trying to revive gem sales because the market ground to a halt. The industry almost came to a complete standstill in the second half of 2023 as the two biggest mining firms all but stopped supplies. It was all a desperate attempt to stem a collapse in prices. Now, while those efforts helped the market to pick up a bit, it's unclear how much appetite trade buyers now have. Well, I'm joined by Paul Zimnisky, a diamond industry analyst based in New York City. Paul, thank you for being with us. Just give me a sense of how the market has gone. Are people just not wanting to buy diamonds right now?
Yeah, so I guess just to be clear, we were talking about De Beers. They don't publicly report price changes, so this is more based on independent reporting. But that said, the diamond industry did experience a hangover last year following what was 2 years of record demand in 2021 and 2022. And towards the end of 2023, we did start to see signs of a market recovery. And as counterintuitive as this may sound, De Beers actually has a history of lowering prices in the early stages of a market recovery. I guess this is a way that allows a company to maybe more aggressively sell as the demand for rough diamonds begins to pick up. So that's kind of where we are today. And if you look at, I would just say the more independent market, the auction tender market, we're actually starting to see prices recover and rise.
Okay, I mean, just for people who don't know about the way it works, now there's different ways in which diamonds are sold because De Beers actually sell by contract to companies, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, it's a very unique industry. There's two primary ways in which rough diamonds are sold: via auction tender and via long-term contract. And De Beers primarily sells via the latter. And I would say that tends to be more of a lagging price indicator, whereas the auction tenders tend to be more reflective of, I would say, real-time market. And again, we've actually started to see prices in that auction and tender market start to recover in recent weeks.
Now, there's another factor in all this, which we've talked about actually on this program before, which is diamonds that are grown in laboratories. Is that a big factor in all this?
Yeah, so this is something I follow pretty closely. I would say if we're looking at, man-made diamonds, it's been, I would say, a mainstream product for 5 or 6 years now. I think some of the novelty is starting to wear off. Consumers are buying them because they're really affordable. For context, some are 70, 80, even 90% less than an equivalent natural diamond. So the point being, it's kind of becoming its own product because the prices are so different. But yeah, this is a factor when we look at natural diamond prices. It's multivariate, and the supply of man-made diamonds is having an impact, although that impact probably isn't as great as you might think.
And I suppose people still want the romance of getting one that's been dug out of the ground. I mean, the whole thing of buying diamonds is it's a romantic purchase, isn't it, mainly?
Yeah, I mean, it's a man-made diamond. It's manufactured, and thus the supply and the rarity profile, it's completely different from that of a natural diamond. That's reflected in the price. And again, I mean, diamonds are a luxury product, like you said. People buy them because it's an emotional purchase. It's a statement gift. It makes people feel good, and I guess it's more of a study in consumer psychology. But humans, we like precious metals. We like precious gemstones that are natural and rare.
So why then? I mean, looking back to what you were saying at the beginning, 2021, 22, record demand, then 23, very quiet. I mean, is it just that people say, oh, must get one, and then, oh, we've got them, and then they stop? I mean, I guess people get married in every year pretty much in the same proportions.
Yeah, the pandemic was very unusual. That was, I would say, a generational boom for diamond demand. There was a ton of record stimulus, say, in the U.S. Consumers had money, but they couldn't go out and spend it because the service economy was closed. So people bought hard luxury items. Diamonds did particularly well. So again, there was record demand for diamonds in 2021 and 2022. And then as the economy started to open up and the stimulus wore off last year, we started to see the reverse happen.
Well, it's interesting that you link that to the economy, of course, the pandemic, as we said, and what happened afterwards. Now, given the sense that we're perhaps coming out of a period of a bit of economic stagnation, maybe going away from a bit of inflation, how do you see the diamond market, very briefly, going in the next year?
I think we're going to kind of get back to those pre-pandemic growth levels. So say demand was up, 20, 30% in 2021, we're probably going to go back to, say, a mid-single digit growth percentage.
I guess there'll be a lot of people at De Beers hoping that you're going to be right. But anyway, many thanks for doing that with me, Paul. Talking there, Paul Zimnisky, about, the diamond industry and why people buy them and why they don't. That's it.